Welcome to St. Gallen. With this insight into our destination, we would like to warmly welcome you to our webinar. Wonderful to have you here.
Welcome.
I am happy that we can hold you this webinar from the St. Gallen Convention Bureau in collaboration with a top venue for major conferences and events, Olma, Messen, St. Gallen. My name is Belinda and I am project manager at the St. Gallen Convention Bureau. Together with me, Daniel, sales manager at Olma Messen, will guide you through this webinar.
Thank you very much.
We would like to show you how you can host your next conference in St. Gallen and what you can expect here. The webinar will be recorded and we will send you the presentation slides afterwards. We are right in the heart of Europe, where Switzerland meets Germany, Austria, and Liechtenstein. On this slide, you see Lake Constance on the left and the Alpstein Mountains with the Santis on the right. St. Gallen is located right between the two, so our region offers a remarkable diversity. And it is also easily accessible from abroad. There's a direct train from Zurich Airport to St. Gallen in less than 1 hour with frequent departures. Getting here is quick and easy. We would like to show you how your next event can benefit from choosing St. Gallen as a destination. First, we will present examples of congresses that demonstrate what is possible in St. Gallen. Then we will highlight a selection of other events to give you a broader idea of the variety and potential here. And finally, we will show you how we can support you throughout the entire organization to ensure a successful event. As a success story, we have chosen the International Tongue-Tie Congress. This Congress took place for the first time in January this year and is already scheduled to take place again in 2027, which we are very delighted about. So here's a few facts that you get an idea what kind of conference this is. It focuses on tongue-tie and its impact on health, such as breastfeeding, breathing, speech, and sleep. For this conference, over 600 healthcare professionals from 45 countries convened in January. So we brought together experts from many different healthcare fields to promote interdisciplinary collaboration. The program featured 3 days of presentations about the latest research, clinical experience, and treatment approaches. In addition to scientific lectures, participants could attend workshops and panel discussions, which encouraged practical exchange between the professionals. The Congress was the first international Congress in Switzerland dedicated specifically to tongue-tie and oral restrictions. And as already mentioned, we are especially pleased that it will return here again next year. So here's an overview of the services we at the St. Gallen Convention Bureau provided for this Congress. We arranged room allotments and provided participants with a dedicated booking link for a simple room reservation. Then we are always happy to support organizers in creating a suitable social program. In this case, we took care of the speakers program and, for example, drew up suggestions for suitable restaurants. We work with all stakeholders in the tourism industry and help connect organizers with the right local partners. Here we established the contact regarding train travel, or we made contact with the city for the welcome addresses from local politicians. This year we were also on site with an information desk to assist with hotel bookings and to answer general questions about the destination. And of course, we also supported through visibility on our online event calendar and across our social media channels. There are various reasons why our beautiful city was the ideal choice for this conference. Switzerland is centrally located in Europe, and St. Gallen sits right in the four-country corner. This makes the destination easily accessible for international participants. The infrastructure at Olma Messen is excellent. You'll find out more about this from Daniel later. Then St. Gallen combines premium infrastructure and services with a cost-efficient environment. By international standards, Switzerland offers a relatively low VAT rate, while the country is known for its high quality standards. In St. Gallen, we have competitive overall costs. Our region is home to powerful economic clusters with a wide range of schools and research institutions on the one hand, and well-established international companies on the other. One of these economic clusters is health, which also proved to be a key advantage for the Tongue Tie Congress. The cluster is represented by the St. Gallen Health Network, with more than 40 institutions in the region, fostering collaboration, knowledge exchange, and joint projects. And finally, an important aspect is our diverse natural surroundings. Within just 15 minutes from the city, you can reach Lake Constance in one direction and the Appenzell region in the other. This offers a wide range of attractive social programs. At the same time, the city of St. Gallen itself provides a rich variety of cultural and culinary experiences. One of the speakers at the Congress was Dr. Soroush Sagi. And to give you another glimpse of the Congress, I'd like to show you a brief 30-second clip from an interview in which he talks about his presentation in St. Gallen.
And so, you know, it's really been truly amazing. And so really one of the highlights of my career, in fact, was I just spoke at Switzerland. You were there with me in St.Gallen. Remember this event here? You were there, right?
Yeah, I was with you. Yeah, I was on the panel with you at the one event.
So, I mean, what a venue, huh?
What a venue.
Are you seeing this? Are you seeing the screen?
Yeah, I can see it perfectly. Yeah. Huh? So blown away by that attendance.
Yeah. And, you know, I gave my seminar. This is the wrong one. So I gave my seminar, and it was my colleagues in the crowd. It was like you and people I knew who followed me, and I was able to give my story for the first time in Europe to 600 individuals, and I was able to tell the whole story of how we got to where we are. And then the standing ovation at the end after I presented my thing, it just floored me. It was probably the highest pinnacle of my career.
So that's just a very brief insight, and we are proud that the Tongue Tie Congress was such a major highlight for him too. So why not host your next Congress in St. Gallen? Now that you've seen what a Congress in St. Gallen can look like, Daniel will give us some further insights from the perspective of Olma Messen.
Thank you, Belinda. As Belinda mentioned, my name is Daniel Hohl. I'm a sales manager at Olma Messen St. Gallen, and I'll be representing our venue today and will give you a brief overview of what we can offer for all kinds of events. To start with, Olma Messen St. Gallen is one of the leading meeting places in Eastern Switzerland. With over 80 years of experience, we bring people together through trade fairs, congresses, corporate events, public events, and cultural formats. Today, we employ around 90 people and host approximately 120 events every year. This includes around 10 congresses, several in-house trade fairs, and a wide range of guest events. One of our key strengths is the variety of formats we can host on our grounds. From large public fairs such as the Olma, our namesake trade fair in October, and offer to corporate meetings, congresses, open-air events, and festivals. Our venue is designed for live encounters and direct exchange. Overall, we welcome more than 600,000 visitors per year, which makes Olma Messen St. Gallen an important platform for exchange, networking, and live communication in the region. What makes our congresses and events different is the combination of space, experience, and operational know-how. At Olma Messen St. Gallen, organizers can bring different parts of a congress together in one location. Main sessions, breakout rooms, exhibitions, networking areas, catering, and technical infrastructure. This is especially valuable for congress formats because it helps create short distances, clear orientation, and a well-structured experience for participants. In addition to the spaces themselves, we can support organizers with services such as exhibitor administration, coordination, concept development, equipment and technology, signage, branding, and implementation. Our project managers work closely with clients and exhibitors, technical partners, and service providers to make sure the different elements come together smoothly. In short, our goal is to make the planning process more efficient for the organizer while creating a professional and well-organized setting for the participants. Let's take a look at our exhibition grounds. One of the key advantages of Olma Messen St.Gallen is the variety of spaces available on one site. We can offer large exhibition halls, modern congress facilities, smaller meeting rooms, and outdoor areas, depending on the format and size of the event. This makes the venue very flexible. Different spaces can be combined, for example, a main stage and breakout rooms, catering zones, networking areas, or an accompanying exhibition. A particular highlight for congresses is Hall 9, which offers modern infrastructure and versatile usage possibilities. Another important advantage is the location itself. Our premises are situated close to the city center of St. Gallen and are well connected by public transport with convenient links to the train station, hotels, and the surrounding region. Overall, the compact layout of the grounds allows organizers to keep everything in one location, which makes orientation easier for participants and creates a smooth event experience. To give you a better impression of what this can look like in practice, we would like to now show you a short video from the European Colorectal Congress. This Congress has been taking place at our venue for many years and is a great example of how our spaces can be used in an international Congress format.
European Colorectal Congress ist der größte Dickdarmchirurgie-Kongress in Europa neben dem von der Gesellschaft. St. Gallen ist das Zentrum von Europa, kann man sagen, in diesen Tagen. Für uns ist es ein Privileg, dass wir einladen dürfen und dass die Weltelite zu uns kommt und uns teilhaben lässt und sich gemeinsam austauscht. Warum kommen 80 Länder, Teilnehmer aus 80 Ländern hierher? Es muss Superklasse sein und das wird hier geboten. Ein Kongress dieser Größe braucht Top-Video, Top-Audio, braucht eine gute Gastronomie, braucht die Möglichkeiten rundherum und das wird hier alles geboten. Wir haben ausreichend Hallen und Optionen der Hallen für Hands-on-Workshops, Vorträge, große Bereiche, kleine Bereiche. Wir sind eigentlich auch gut erreichbar mit dem Zug und mit dem Flugzeug nach Zürich. Es ist kein Problem, in der Hotellerie hier Unterkunft zu finden. Hochprofessionell. Wir arbeiten lange zusammen, es haben sich viele Abläufe eingespielt. Wir schätzen diese professionelle Zusammenarbeit auf Augenhöhe. Das ist eine Erfahrung, die wir gemacht haben. Das gesamte Team der Olma war immer bemüht, mit uns Lösungen zu suchen. Das ist der letzte Chirurgiekongress für viele im Jahr und die sagen, und das ist immer der beste.
For now, I will pass back to Belinda, who will continue by introducing the broader event landscape of St. Gallen. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. So let me now introduce you to something quite unique in our destination, the leading events of St. Gallen. This is a cooperation of the city's most important event organizers. Together, they represent the strongest event brands in our destination, and they actively collaborate instead of competing. So here you can see the 5 brands of this cooperation. There is, for example, the St. Gallen Symposium, a leading global forum at the university where experienced decision makers, young talents, and international thinkers come together to exchange ideas. Or there is FC St. Gallen, one of Switzerland's oldest football clubs, generating strong year-round emotional engagement. What connects all these events is not only their size or visibility, but their shared DNA. They create emotion, they bring people together, and they turn St. Gallen into a stage for very different experiences throughout the year. Therefore, St. Gallen has an outstanding ecosystem for your event. St. Gallen is a city with real event expertise across sport, culture, business, and academia. The infrastructure and know-how are strong, and everything happens within a very compact and walkable destination. There is a deep culture of collaboration and an understanding of life experiences. This also creates strong innovation potential for cross-event learning. And finally, St. Gallen combines international visibility with regional authenticity in one destination. So this is exactly what we mean when we say events in St. Gallen are convincingly different. There is a surprising number of powerful, unique events taking place here. They are authentic, well-connected, and rooted in a destination that truly thrives on events. So as you've seen, St. Gallen is already home to a wide range of events, but at the same time, we are always looking to welcome new ideas and create new success stories here. And that is why St. Gallen is an ideal destination for your next event too. To give you another example, we'd now like to showcase a corporate event that recently took place at Olma Messen St. Gallen. Daniel will tell us more about it, but first, let's watch a short video to get an impression of this event.
Event zum 100-Jahr-Jubiläum ist darum gegangen, Danke sagen in einer guten Form an unsere Mitarbeitenden und gleichzeitig einfach ein schönes Fest haben, das eben auch ein bisschen Stil hat. Also wir haben ja auch Mitarbeitende aus der ganzen Schweiz, von Genf bis die Ostschweiz, Basel bis ins Tessin, haben zuerst einmal geschaut, was gibt es für ideale Standorte, auch von der Verkehrsweg her. Und darum letztlich die Olma Messe ist für uns der richtige Standort. Die Olma Messe agiert für uns als Generalplaner und damit auch als Eventagentur, wo alles koordiniert, organisiert, aber auch Verbindungen Gastronomie, Hotellerie, Licht, Strom, alles unter seiner Hand und dann sind die Schnittstellen einfach auch klar und das ist gut. Ich wünsche mir einfach, dass alle können sagen, es ist ein Wow-Effekt, wenn sie reinkommen und können am Morgen sagen, es war ein geiles Fest gewesen.
The event you have just seen was the 100th anniversary celebration of Camion Transport, one of Switzerland's leading transport and logistics companies. For this milestone, the goal was to create more than a traditional corporate event. The idea was to turn the anniversary into a strong live experience that reflected the company's history, values, and future ambitions. As you can see, the truck itself became a central part of the elements of the staging and created a powerful opening moment for the guests. The result was a unique celebration that combined storytelling, branding, entertainment, and emotional moments for employees, partners, and guests. It was also a special milestone for us, as it was the first event that Olma Messen St. Gallen had the opportunity to plan and deliver as a fully integrated project. In this case, our role went far beyond providing the venue. Our team helped turn the anniversary concept into a complete live experience, including scenography, branding, guest flow, catering coordination, technical setup, and on-site execution. The event took place in the St. Gallen Kantonalbank Hall and welcomed around 1,800 guests. What made this project special was the combination of emotional storytelling, professional event management, and seamless implementation. The result was a tailor-made anniversary event that created a strong and memorable experience for the guests. And with that, I would like to hand back to Belinda, who will give you a brief insight into their services.
Thank you very much. Now, as Daniel told, we move from conferences and events to our services. When it comes to successfully organizing an event, there are a number of challenges that you are probably all familiar with. Efficiency, little time, lots of details, quality, guests expect a seamless experience. It is becoming increasingly important to organize events in a sustainable way, and differentiation. After all, events must leave a lasting impression. This is exactly where the event and conference kit of the St. Gallen Convention Bureau comes in. It is a free toolkit designed to support your planning process. Think of it as a treasure chest, where you can find everything you need to plan conferences and events. And thanks to its modular design, you can use exactly the tools you need. So if you click here, you can find first of all the information about the region of St. Gallen, then details by traveling by train, car, plane, coach, or local transport. Then all the venues in our destination are listed. We've also listed all the accommodation options in our region, the social programs, which are very diverse, from a guided tour of the historic Old Town to a boat trip on Lake Constant or a visit to the Appenzell Demonstration Cheese Diary. Then you'll find the restaurants and bars, event service providers, information on sustainability, possible giveaways, event licenses, and right on the bottom, you'll of course find our direct contact details so that we can advise you individually and provide the best possible support. The benefits of this event and congress kit are time saving, everything you need at a glance. It includes local information and useful links, professional support and contacts, information on sustainability, and best of all, it is completely free of charge. So make the most of this opportunity and organize your next event in St. Gallen. Right, Daniel?
Thank you. Before I conclude my part, I would like to briefly summarize what defines our approach. At Olma Messen St. Gallen, we do not believe in standard event solutions. Every event has its own audience, atmosphere, and objective. That's why we focus on ideas and concepts that fit a specific format, whether the goal is to inform, connect, celebrate, or inspire. Our aim is to combine creativity with practical implementation so that ideas are not only strong on paper, but also work smoothly in the actual venue. In the end, we want to create events that make an impact, feel well thought out, and leave a lasting impression. In short, this means the organizer can choose the level of support they need. Some projects require a full service approach from the first idea to the final implementation. Others only need selected services, such as infrastructure, technology, logistics, coordination, or on-site support. This flexibility is important to us because every client is different, every format is different, and they all require different needs and have different requirements. Another important aspect is our close collaboration with the St. Gallen Convention Bureau, of course. Together, we can support organizers not only with the venue itself, but also with destination-related questions, local expertise, and connections within the region. With our combined experience, our central location, and our network of trusted partners, we aim to reduce the coordination effort for organizers and make event planning as simple and as efficient as possible. We would be delighted to host your next event at Olma Messen St. Gallen. Thank you very much.
So thank you for your insights, Daniel. If you need any further information, please feel free to contact us. You can find us also at several trade shows. In the photo, this is my colleague who attended IMAX this year. She's posing together with an event planner and a traditional St. Gallen bratwurst, one of the typical local specialties from our region. On the left, you can see the next events where we or our partners will be present. We will be delighted to welcome you there and to meet you in person. Of course, you are also welcome to contact us directly with your questions and inquiries by email or by phone. With that, we would like to sincerely thank you for joining our webinar today. We look forward to hearing from you.